The Ahmed Kathrada Foundation and the South African Communist Party say they'll hold a public rally this Sunday.
They say the event is to defend democracy and the culture and any other threats against the state.
We recognize the efforts of ethical leaders as well as ordinary South Africans over the last few years to protect the very democracy established by our liberation stalwarts. However, despite recent victories against state capture and corruption, we are well aware that this fight has not come to an end. Networks that propped up the shadow state remain active and continue to undermine our democracy. Today, we face a concerted fight back against the renewal of our society by many of those implicated in state capture. Theirs is an attempt to subvert the processes underway to rebuild efficient and ethical governance so that they may remain unaccountable. State establishments, legislative bodies, political parties and private entities continue being used by the networks of state capture fight back to hamper efforts to clean up our government and make it work in the interest of all South Africans, not just a select few well-connected individuals. Chapter 9 institutions are not immune from being drawn into the agenda through what comes across as being politically motivated complaints. The foundation of our democracy is at stake, as is the future of our country and plans to positively transform the lives of our people. We are at the crossroads that can either see us rebuilding our country after a decade of capture or being drawn backwards to an ethically bankrupt state. We are calling for ever higher levels of vigilance and energy in the defense of our democracy. South Africans should unite in confronting the fight back and putting an end to state capture networks that continue operating brazenly. All who took up the cudgels, picked up their pens and raised their voices before should once again proclaim, hands off our democracy. In kicking off what we believe is long-term work in mobilizing society against the fight back and in defense of our democracy, we will be hosting a public rally on Sunday, 21 July at 2 p.m. at the Johannesburg City Hall. Here, we will make it clear that we refuse to allow ministers, public officials, whistleblowers, activists and journalists who speak out against state capture to be targeted, subdued and defamed by political bullies, individuals and entities who seek to undermine their efforts.